No, we're not signing that shit. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's Thursday. It's Korner Booth pregame.
You ready? No debate, cause it's over. I'm too official, got the drip, I got the stores. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the Korner Booth, find me in the Korner Booth, yeah. Still standing and defiant. Slay the competition, cause I'm walking like a giant. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the Korner Booth, find me in the Korner Booth, Korner Booth.
I see as well. Kate, I feel like I have not officially said this. I've tiptoed around it. Kate, will you marry me?
Do I have to answer now? Or
No, you have time. You can think about it. You can think about a way to say no without hurting my feelings if you want.
Oh
lovely.
my God.
I'll send you a letter.
Just don't even.
Alright, cool. Thank you. Shit. I'll send you my address later so you can send it to my house.
Yeah, I'm never giving you my address. I don't want you getting that close.
Oh, I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to the third annual Korner Booth Thanksgiving special. I am your host, Jared Clem. I'm going to go single screen because I have that much of an ego. It is going to be an amazing show today. We have a giveaway of a Nike gift card. We have a 9-game six-pack. Yes, I will bet 9 fucking games for my parlay and will probably lose all my money. It's okay. That's what I love about Thanksgiving. There's so much damn sports. We got World Cup action happen today. I watched basically all 3 games today. Don't tell my boss. And on top of that, we have 2 handsome gentlemen from one of my favorite fellow podcasts, from the High Low Sports Podcast, the Burton Ernie of Belly Up Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, for kicking it off first, the cyborg, the body double to Jonathan Gannon. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ.
Welcome. Glad to be here. Your introductions never cease to amaze me.
Listen, I got enough of them in the chamber. And his counterpart, the other half of High Low Sports, a former Auburn Tiger, one of my good friends, and one of the best drivers in the state of Alabama. Ladies and gentlemen, Kelsey Coyne.
Well, I was going to have a commentary about something else, but really we're going to go the low blow about the best driver in Alabama. To be fair, it's not my fault. The cop deemed it not my fault. That's all that matters. And that's, everybody knows insurance will pay as long as the cop doesn't deem you at fault.
Gotta love it. And of course.
Also, Pinky in the brain, not Burton Ernie, please.
It's Burton Ernie.
No, literally, he is the brain, so he gets to be, it's Pinky in the brain, except for, yeah.
Fair enough. And joining us also is my right-hand man, my co-host, and the man who looks like the only Italian Viking in the state of Connecticut, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Ordazzo.
It's White Mike season.
It's White Mike season. Oh, my God. I can't wait for a little Mike White action here, boys. My favorite thing about this part of the season with the NFL is the fact there's always one quarterback controversy that makes no sense, but now it makes total fucking sense, and that's the New York Jets. Now, we're going to talk about last night's game, obviously, in a minute, but first off, like, the most amazing thing I watched was Deshaun Jackson 2.0, Marcus Johnson run that ball back. Or Marcus Jones, whatever his damn name was, doesn't matter. He basically just ended the Jets game. He called ball game. And Robert Saleh today announced that he is not ruling anything out for quarterback for next week against the Bears, who are going to be without Justin Fields. He's got a dislocated shoulder.
And that's the only way that we're probably going to go 7-4 is because it's going to be Trevor Siemian if he doesn't play.
I'm really hoping they pull some guy off the street. They try to trade back for Nick Foles and see if it works.
So I think we all know about the post going around about the coin flip with the Jets season, how this guy's predicted every game based off of
Billy
flip.
football. Yeah.
Yeah, so far he's gotten every single game correct, and he has us losing next week to the Bears. If we lose to the Bears from Trevor Siemian, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. Even if the coin flip is true, like, how do you lose to Trevor Siemian if he is the quarterback?
Well,
I don't know.
That about 7 or 8 teams on the Bears did it. I mean, when he was on the Broncos did it. So, I mean, it's possible.
I know, but
Yeah,
the
I mean,
last time I've seen that guy, last time I've seen Trevor Siemian play was when he filled in for the Jets. I think it was last season or 2 seasons ago, whenever
2
it
seasons
was.
ago, he
And,
played for New Orleans last year. We kicked their ass up and down the
and
field in Philadelphia.
he had less passing yards in that game than Zach Wilson had against the Patriots. So like there's just no way you can lose to that. But I was at a Friendsgiving watching the game. I think I was at a Friendsgiving watching the game on some Hulu live TV, and it kept just pausing every 5 seconds. It would buffer, and you're texting me. Everybody's texting me like, "What the fuck just happened?" They're all laughing, and I'm like, "Oh no." I was like, "All right." So I'm watching the game. We convert a couple first downs. I'm like, "Oh, maybe this is good." That they texted me, "What the hell just happened? Maybe this means we're gonna score and we just blew it out." No, it wasn't until about 10 minutes later that I saw the punt, and I was like, "Fuck!" As soon as he broke like 20 yards, I knew that was what it was. And then to top it off, the one guy that wants to trade was the one guy that didn't get out of bounds in time.
Yeah, he totally was like, "Yeah, fuck the Jets."
I saw him like stutter, and I'm like, "Oh fuck!" I was like, "There's no way they're gonna put a second on the clock." Doesn't matter. We'll talk about it later. I had to get a little bit off my chest.
That's okay. I want to talk about the game last night, which I was like, most Sunday night games, if it's not one of my teams or like too huge, like it's a great matchup. I mean, this game was a great matchup, obviously, but like Sunday night games have been kind of lackluster lately. This was not. This was fucking great. I was ecstatic to watch this. I joined in right about Eckler's touchdown and finished it. And I will just say this right now. The Chargers just need to pray that Sean Payton wants to coach Justin Herbert, because that's the only way they're going to make the playoff, be anywhere close to as good as Patrick Mahomes is when he plays them. I don't understand Brandon Staley at all. Everyone like always gets on like Nathaniel Hackett and Josh McDaniels, but when I look at Brandon Staley and the Chargers, it's like a drunk college kid driving his dad's Ferrari for a joyride and trying not to crash it while driving in an oncoming lane. Like, it's that atrocious. I just see roadblocks, hazards, everything in his way. And all I want to just like tell is like, hey, Justin Herbert, fake an injury for the rest of the season, get his ass fired, and then just like, deal with whoever's next. Because this is atrocious. It doesn't matter how much talent you put on that team. Brandon Staley thinks he's too smart for his own good, but he's too dumb for his own good. And that's the worst part about it. Like, the whole Eagles.
Can I bring up Andy Reid early on in his career too as being the
do
exact
not
same
compare
thing?
Big Red to Brandon Staley.
No, was Andy Reid not the guy who outthought himself countless times so he couldn't win an NFC Championship game?
Also, to be fair, he had to play the greatest show on turf in his first one, that elite Buccaneers defense in his second one.
To be fair,
and then he lost.
Brandon Staley has to go against the hardest division in football and the toughest quarterback in football. And so he has to outsmart. He has to try to outsmart. And the best coach in football right now.
Listen, Brandon Staley is actually Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett goes in for his makeup. He has them just spread out those wrinkles and everything, make them look all nice and 15 years younger. And then, boom, he gets on the sideline, coaches the Chargers, and then he goes back to his little booth job for ESPN or wherever he works.
So you're saying the Ginger Clap dyes his hair in between segments and then goes on TV, comes off to clap, and then goes back.
He goes to Party City, gets the spray, and just washes it out at 3 hours later.
So that's how they're still in business. It's
all. Brandon Staley at least has the cojones to go for it on fourth down. Probably far too many times.
That's why
the Ginger Clapper is not Jason. Jason Garrett is not Brandon Staley. Jason Garrett did not know what going for it on fourth and inches looked like. He's like, what? Fourth down? Nah, we're punting. It's field goal range. No, we're punting. We're punting.
They both took risks that at times I just think are not necessary, and it's just like one of those things where if it works, wow, that's amazing. But like, I don't know. I'm not a fan of Staley. I like the entire team that they have at the Chargers, but I just don't think he's the right answer at coach. I think Anthony Lynn could have had this team in a better position than Staley.
My biggest question with them is, can they just play for one quarter where 90% of the team is healthy? So it feels like they're the most snake-bitten franchise when it comes to injuries I've ever seen right now. It feels like someone goes down every other week. Mike Williams finally comes back and his ankle falls off. Keenan Allen's out. We joked about it last week. Brian Robinson got shot, recovered, and played a month before we saw Keenan Allen. Rashawn Slater's been 3 games. Bosa's played 2-3 snaps, it feels like. Kenneth Murray got hurt again yesterday. They are so injured. Their training staff needs to be fired or thrown into some witchcraft or something because there's something
No,
weird.
they need to be thrown in jail because I think they tried to intentionally kill Tyrod Taylor.
That too, exactly. Then they stabbed Justin Herbert with his rib injury. They just happened to not miss this time. Look, I guess they learned from their mistakes. So they just need to stay healthy in some way.
Well, no, they fired the trainer shortly before stabbing Justin Herbert this year.
They hired an expert this time.
Yeah. But no, but here's the thing: here's my question: is how many times are you going to learn that Travis Kelce needs to be guarded on all plays by Derwin James? Like, I don't care, but Derwin James needs to just be his shadow for the entire game because he's the only person on your team that can match up every time it was anybody else. Kenneth Murray, anybody, you name him. He's just like, oh, I'm just going to walk through your defense. Thank you very much. I'm going to go score some tuds. Like, this is what we're going to do, guys. And you're not going to stop me. Or I'm going to break off for 40 down the sideline because nobody's going to stop me. Like, it's embarrassing that there's like, okay, hey, Derwin James is going to be that guy. And then best safety in the game is like, they're just like, no, we're not going to actually use you when we're actually going to play the game. But we're going to talk about it all week that we're going to use you on every single play, but not in the red zone.
I'll add on to that, too. You need to tell Derwin James at all times you're guarding Travis Kelce and you're in his face. If he destroys you off the ball once in a while, you'll accept that. You can't play off with Travis Kelce. We saw it on that game-winning touchdown. The one time he plays off, scoots into the end zone. Your job is put paws on him and fight him. That is your job. If you get toasted, hopefully someone on the back end to help. But you fight him every single play. That should basically be what you use Derwin James for in those matchups.
Fair enough. All right. Before we get any farther, I don't want to address this. Yes, we are giving away a gift card today. The rules are simple. If you want this $25 Nike gift card that's sitting here on my desk, you have to do three things. One, leave a comment like this guy Andrew did here, or our boy Eddie did. Two, subscribe to us on YouTube. And three, follow us on Instagram. You do that, you have a shot at the gift card. You don't? Not my problem.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, right now, Kelsey and DJ are in the lead right now. I think Matt commented from two different accounts, so I think he thinks he's going to get the gift card and not get his money back.
Oh, that wasn't me. I don't know who that was. That wasn't me. I thought that was you.
Mm-mm.
Nope, that was me.
No.
I commented from the wrong one. I made a boo-boo.
So he's double dipping for this.
Either I rigged it and I
hold
got
on. Let me go get my burner accounts up. Hang on.
All right.
He saw the.
Kelsey's got about 7 freaking accounts. Thanks, Eddie. We appreciate it. By the way, Eddie, have you ever seen his recording setup?
Any views?
Dude, have you ever seen Eddie's recording setup? This dude is so swagged out with his crazy-ass studio. I was like, dude, going all out. I thought I had it made with, like, the Super Bowl, like, Rodney McLeod jersey, the Whiskey Myers poster that's, like, one of one, the dartboard, the cowboy hat, the M1A1 bazooka rounds. I thought I had it made. No, Eddie's got me beat.
You can't
Inside
see half
the
of what's
five
behind
wants
you. Your
to-
big head's in the way.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a big head and a big ego. That's what happens when you're friends with me.
But no, Eddie's setup is about the dopest thing I think I've ever seen. Like, he was just in the meeting, just chilling, and I'm like, I couldn't stop taking my eyes off the little square where he was at. I was just waiting for something crazy to happen. He's sitting here messing with his LED lights in the back corner.
Mm-hmm. I was waiting for him like Cristiano Ronaldo's kid with the streaming with the freaking strobe lights and the flames coming out the back.
Yeah.
All right.
Inside
no, Mike,
the
I'm
five
not
wants to
giving you
know,
that gift card. No, I'm just
who
kidding.
we got
Mike's
tonight.
Yeah, inside the 5. Yeah, here we go. So first of all, I am gonna go. I you know what? I'm going with San Francisco. I'm not even gonna hide it. Here's the thing, right? Colt McCoy in that offense is gonna be great. The problem is they're also playing now a legitimate defense. I do not consider the Rams a legitimate defense anymore. After the Saints lit them up for 27, we'll talk about that in about 5 minutes. But the fact of the matter is, it's really not a good look when your backup quarterback, who is known for just being a bounce around guy around the league, is putting up better numbers than your Call of Duty addicted freaking starter. I shouldn't talk because literally I'll probably get off here while I have the game on one screen, eating my dinner, be playing Call of Duty on the other because it's the best Call of Duty I've played since I was a freshman in college. So
Since the first Modern Warfare 2 came out?
no, since Call of Duty Ghost, which I love that game. Don't judge me. Yeah, I heard you're not getting the gift card, Mike. Sorry. Actually, 5'11". Matt's 6'2" with that hairpiece of his. I'm a solid 5'11", and I'll stick to that one under oath.
Now, are we going by your measurement, or are we going by the new NBA measurements, like shoes off?
Oh no, new NBA
top of your
measurements.
head,
Floor, baby,
skull.
let's go. You say something about a Nike gift card? Yes, Chris. By the way, if you want really good racing content for writing, Chris is like the best. Just gotta give a shout out to him because he's been with Belly Up since like pre-pandemic, which is just like, yikes, it's a long time ago. Anyway, so Kelsey and DJ, you guys, of course, have listened to our show before. You've been on the show 1,000 times. Me and Matt have always had one issue. When we do the one sentence game, we can never keep our fucking things to one goddamn sentence. So I will say this. We have to keep it under a sentence today because we have 4 people and we have 13 games. We have to be on a time limit. I'm not trying to do the show until 10:15 in the morning. So
I get one comma.
You get one comma. There's no Jared run-on sentences here, okay? I call them that because I coined them. Ask Savannah and Kevin. When we first started this game 3 seasons ago, Savannah used to make fun of me like with the Jeopardy music because I would just keep ranting. So
I'll hold on. Let me get that on the side. Hang on. I'm ready.
There you go. This is the penalty now. You get Jeopardy music if you go over a sentence. By the way, the definition is like 22 words. I think is the maximum length of a sentence here. All right, we'll start off quick right now. Titans, Packers, all say is this. You can't cover Christian Watson, but that's the only thing good about the Packers offense. Titans 27, Packers 17. Matthew.
Yeah, I agree with you. Christian Watson looks amazing, but Derrick Henry at the end of the day just got it done for them. Tannehill actually had a really good game. Kudos to Tennessee topping Aaron Rodgers. I didn't use a comma, so I was safe for the next one.
Go ahead, DJ.
All right. Mike Vrabel is arguably the best coach in the game, and Aaron Rodgers isn't cooked, but he's in the kitchen.
There you go.
I love when you make sure he comments on the words.
He saved 2 words.
All right, Alex Trebek, you're up.
Aaron Rodgers is currently what Jay Cutler was before he got shipped out of the Bears. Therefore, Titans.
I fucking love that take. I'm like in shock at how much I love that. Also, by the way, Derrick Henry's back to mid-season form, and Treylon Burks, welcome back to the land of the living.
God, you had your sentence and then you gave your.
I'm the host of the fucking show. I can do whatever the hell I want.
He cured his asthma.
All right, so we get a sentence, you get a paragraph. All right, we're ghostwriters.
No, we get a sentence. He gets a page, maybe 2.
I just was doing my last little comment. Okay. All right. So next up, Eagles Colts. You put the ball in Jalen Hurts' hands. He delivers. That was ugly. Kelsey.
Yes.
Oh, wait, what? Okay.
I'm throwing the monkey wrench in. Let's see who's ready to go.
Jeff Saturday might actually be a good coach. Question mark.
I'd agree with that. DJ?
Heinous. That's just the Colts. They have a lot of work to do. And Jalen Hurts has that it factor.
Damn straight. Matthew?
Colts are definitely a much better team under Jeff Saturday these last 2 weeks. However, Jalen Hurts just has that dog in him, and he has that capability to win the game for that team. So, not surprised Eagles are 9-1 after this.
There you go.
Notice I could not compliment the Eagles on that. There's just I left it.
It's okay. Listen, it's literally against your religion. I'm not going to hate you for it. All right, Bears Falcons. 24-27 Falcons win in the last drive, second last drive of the game. And Justin Fields is now injured with a dislocated shoulder. Breaking news, by the way. My sentence is simply this. Both teams are bad, but are fun to watch. Falcons still could win the division.
Piggying back off of what we said last week, Justin Fields is trying very hard to be the next Mike Vick, and we all called this injury a week or 2 ago, and here we are. There we go.
Damn straight, Andrew. Damn straight.
I'll go next. Justin Fields is that dude, but sit him the rest of the year and get a better draft pick. because they suck otherwise.
Fair.
This injury is a year overdue, and the Falcons aren't that bad, people.
Or Kyle Pitts.
Fair enough. All right, moving on. Next up, Browns
Too
Bills.
many people in there.
I forgot this game was on. This game was more out there than the fact they were actually a directional change because they had to change stadiums obviously because of the snow. Shout out to Bills Mafia for moving the snow. Bills roll. That's all I care. That's my sentence. I got nothing else in this game.
This was my upside game. I was close. Very close. I picked the Browns. I just had that feeling, neutral site. Just Buffalo didn't leave in time. I thought Cleveland would take it. Brissett had a great game. However, the Bills are the Bills, and they did what they do, and they win 7-3.
The Bills aren't back yet, and I don't think Deshaun can save this season for him.
Oh, they're fucked.
Or even next year. I think there's more work. There's more to be done there than just adding him.
I think it's up. Like, it's not even just the fans, it's all the way up.
It's the entire lake.
Just franchise. Just blow the whole thing up.
All right. Unfortunately, the Browns might actually win a lot of games with Deshaun Watson going forward.
I don't want to hear that slander.
It's disgusting. I know. I feel really gross. I might have to go take another shower after that. But
I mean, that's if he. We've all seen the trend of players after taking a year or so off, coming back in, they don't look the same. And I don't know. I'm curious to see what he's going to look like after almost 2 years off.
Curious who's going to play free safety and stop some of those running backs going for 250 per game on them. But that's another.
Can we talk about how the fact they gave up 86 yards to James Cook, who I thought was a bust and a half, ready to rock and roll, like out the gate,
and 86 yards to Devin Singletary.
Exactly. Patriots Jets. Matt, if you want to take this one off, I'll let you. Simply this: line drive punts never end well. Don't do them. Shank it. I'd rather you shank it than kick it straight at him. That's my sentence. Pat's walking off 10-3.
I was 50-50 on Zach Wilson going into this game, and he has now made me like 70-30 that he's just not the guy. It's Joe Flacco or Mike White time, I think. It's so weird to say being 6-4 that you got to go change your quarterback right now, but like I have seen no progression from this kid. I've seen some differences in his game management. We've got some fourth quarter comeback wins, but I'm not seeing progress that you would see in a quarterback after one and a half seasons so far in the NFL. So kudos to Bill Belichick. We'll see what they do next week with a quarterback.
All right, we'll keep going counterclockwise here. I think we're going to stick with that, less confusion. DJ.
Zach Wilson's a roller coaster. Great against the Bills. Terrible. Great. Terrible. They might need to make the switch. Robert Saleh is that dude is a coach, though. I love Saleh.
Mm-hmm. Kelsey.
Sauce Gardner still is the best cornerback in the league. And stop kicking to any number not between 50 and 65. Please. Just at the end of the game, don't kick it to any of them.
Or kick it to the fucking ball boy. Like it's not
out of bounds or any fat guy number. Fat guy number or out of bounds.
The Patriots couldn't move the fucking ball the entire game.
Unless that fat guy's Matt Light, by the way. That's the only ramification. You cannot kick the ball to Matt Light at the end on an onside kick or anything.
There you go.
That's the only
Batman moving. Also, hot take before we move on. The 2021 draft class is going to go down as one of the most overhyped draft classes of all time.
Quarterback-wise, I agree.
Quarterback-wise. That's what I meant to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Trevor Lawrence looks like dog shit, hasn't progressed at all. Zach Wilson is like a Disney Channel villain trying to play Patrick Mahomes. Trey Lance, I swear to God bless him. I hope his knee heals. Justin Fields is Mike Vick. Is the closest thing we'll get to Mike Vick. He's the Kobe to Mike Vick's Jordan. But the problem is that he's also like Mike Vick on a shitty roster. And
are we keeping track of words at this point in time?
I don't know. This is the hot take. I was dropping this in the middle of the intermission. But that's just my theory. And Mac Jones is the most overrated quarterback in the league. I think he's honestly a game manager at best. I think Bailey Zappi might be a better quarterback. I'm not sure.
Bailey Zappi time.
It'll be the one quarterback class that you got Davis Mills who had the longest neck in probably draft prospect history.
And probably the best arm strength in that class. that last interception against Washington was fucking terrible. Speaking of fucking terrible, Saints and Rams, the bottom feeder bowl, round 1. How the champs have fallen. My sentence is simply this: I don't care who plays for the Rams this season, they're going to be dog shit. That's it. Matt.
Yeah, my coworker at my job said it best, who's a Rams fan. He goes, yeah, the Rams are going to have an amazing season. The next year, the NFL figures them out, and they're terrible. And then the year after that, they fix some things, and then they're just up and down, kind of like that. So this is what we're seeing. Stafford's got to be hurt because he's playing just god-awful this year so far. So I don't know. Shout out to Andy Dalton, I guess. Moving on.
Shout out to big man Andy Dalton. DJ.
Andy Dalton is still terrible. This was an anomaly. But Chris Olave is that dude. Put Jameson.
They broke Jameson's soul, man. Sorry, Kels.
5-2 with him when he's healthy, so throw him back in.
Sean McVay's offense cannot work without a run game. This is the same thing that happened after they lost the Super Bowl with Jared Goff.
Update: I'm going to win this week in fantasy because my opponent did not take out Kyler Murray. Just saying, I'm going to win just by an inch because he didn't take out Kyler Murray. All I'm going to say.
Warzone for the
Fuck yeah! Thanks, Call of Duty. LASIK Jameis. There you go. All right.
Finally see.
Crab legs. Old crab legs.
Captain Crab Legs. I love it. All right. Moving on. Lions Giants. As an Eagles fan, I enjoyed this. Lions 31-18 over the G-Men. The Lions can fucking score points. And Dan Campbell is that. I love Dan Campbell. That's it.
Yeah, same thing. I mean, this is the Detroit Lions I think we all thought we were going to see at the beginning of the season. So now they're coming back into light, 4-6, not completely out of it, but I mean, we'll see. The NFC is a pretty weak conference this year so far, but kudos to Dan Campbell, man. 31 points over the Giants.
DJ.
The Giants are who we thought they were. Brian Dabble is just a genius. You can only put makeup on a pig for so long before the thing rips ass in the middle of the driveway. So I think at this point we're starting to see the more we're not quite that.
What the fuck was that analogy?
Was it wrong?
You're not wrong. I'm just trying to compute that. What?
I just saw you take a drink and said the most asinine thing I could think of. Hopefully turn into a water fountain.
This is Coors Banquet. There is no fucking spit takes out here. Oh my God, Kelsey.
I don't know how I follow this up. Lions are just, I don't know. They're the most confusing team in the NFL right now. Are they good? Are they bad? Are they terrible? Are they really, really good? We'll never know.
I'm gonna tell you what, man. Played great defense today. No mistakes. We played good offense, man. We got the dub, man. Fuck it. I love Dan Campbell. That man is like, if there was any coach I could play for if I was a pro ball player, it'd be fucking Dan Campbell. That man makes me want to run through a fucking cinder block wall. Oh, man. All right. Moving on. Panthers, Ravens. Guys, if we spend more than 30 seconds in this fucking game, we've done too much. This game was fucking terrible. Ravens 13, Panthers 3. Fuck, I'm done talking about this.
Baker Mayfield, 196 yards and 2 interceptions. Safe to say he's back in prime form. Lamar, I don't know what he was doing. I don't know how you only put 13 points up over the Cardinals or the Panthers. And I picked them to have the highest point scorers of the week, but I was way wrong. So at least we didn't score the least because Carolina also had 3. But there's nothing else to say about this game.
It's not saying much.
Nope,
DJ.
it's not.
I'm going to take a different approach. Ravens are a Super Bowl contender because it looks like they might have found their defense is starting to come to fruition the last couple of weeks. And they play the worst game ever, and they still cover a spread.
Got it. That's
and
the
Baker's
most important thing.
I like that one.
Most important thing. Kelsey.
First of all, thank God for Lamar. Secondly, thank God for Roquan, who let them get that man. Thirdly, why is Baker afraid of Lamar's mom? I'm still confused by this whole thing.
He said she was intimidating. He was like, what? Why did you think that?
Why are you afraid of my mom? Like, what is this? this?
That initial what is he just heard Baker and Mama and he's like, what did he say? Like that was about to be hands throwing Lamar. Then afterwards, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It was about to
That
be
was,
31-3, and then he was like, "Oh, never mind. Now I'm just really confused, like you."
Yeah, if that was Zach Wilson, he had the mom in the same sentence. That would have been a little different.
There would have been hands. There would have been no follow up sentence.
All right, Commanders, Texans. I fucking hate the Commanders still, but here's the deal. Me betting on the fucking Texans was the dumbest thing I did all week. That's my sentence.
Dude, it's Heine time. Taylor fucking Heineke might be that guy for him. I love watching this dude play. I was watching him in the XFL, and I thought he was nice and fun to watch, but I don't know, man. He wins games for Washington, and they keep trying to find a quarterback, and they just might need to just see what happens with him with a full season. But kudos to the Commanders, 23-10 over the 1-8-1 Texans.
Oh boy, now it's a party. Bets in the house.
Well, this game is terrible, so we'll keep it quick. Neither team's that good. It's just a battle. It's the mid-off, and one was slightly less mid.
One still got the number one pick in the draft, though. Shit. Like, Davis Mills may have the award for the best-looking interceptions. I think that's his award this year.
He's got plenty of entries.
Let's go with Commanders need a quarterback similar to what the Bears have always been successful with. Forget passing. Just let him go out there and make something happen like Taylor Heineke. You don't need a passing quarterback, a big passing quarterback if you're Washington.
Terry McLaurin out there somewhere. There's your passing offense.
There you go. Oh, breaking news from Andrew. I actually did see this right before I got on the show. Yes, Jameson Williams did practice today. That's
Sorry,
scary.
buddy. Still not going to make him any better.
Hey, listen, they still might just be that pain in the dick trying to put them away before the playoffs.
Okay, can we pull up Captain Lou's comment real fast? Because I have a commentary for this one. Please. No, they need a new name first, and then they need a new stadium, and then they
new
need
owner.
to get the hell out of the NFL and go play some college football, some D3 preferably, and work their way up to playing NFL football.
Or at least go join the XFL with The Rock. Like, at least get their way back. Oh, by the way,
It's a development league for the NFL, so there you go. Okay,
I'm officially Tampa Bay Vipers. I think that's what they're called, the Vipers fan.
No, it's the Vegas Vipers now.
Oh, the Vegas, whoever the hell has 8 Miami Hurricanes on it. That's my team. Honestly, I agree with Ben there. Go back to the Washington football team.
Hey, they won the division as a football team.
They did. Okay, listen, that might be a good thing because here's the thing right now. I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to stomp on their throat in about 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
No, Kelsey.
I really don't. You guys don't understand, man. I have no hope for the Cowboys at this point in time. They're still winning, and I still have no hope.
Vikings. The fuck did you watch on Sunday?
I watched my disappointment finally be just let go for 1 week, and then I'm going to go back to being disappointed again next week.
Listen, we're going to steal your Christmas like we do every year, Kels. All right. Captain Lou's got a point.
You call me the Grinch.
I know, we're the Grinch because we're green. He's right. Detroit's schedule besides Buffalo is not terrible. They're not going to make the playoffs unless the back end of the NFC just drops off. But the Lions are going to finish around 500, which is fucking awesome for that team.
You guys assume that the Lions play football like normal teams with a natural progression. Has anybody seen the Lions play this season? They literally will jump 10 steps forward, take 50 back for no reason when everybody's completely healthy, and then they'll lose their number one target and they'll win by 30.
Oh my God.
What? Who does that? What team naturally does that in the world? No team should do that as a professional football sport.
All right, we've talked way too much about the Commanders and the fucking Texans. Kels, you did your sentence?
Lions. Oh, yeah, my sentence is a long time over. I don't even remember what I said.
Okay, speaking of long time dead in the water, Raiders, Broncos. My sentence is simply, could Devontae Adams have been more open? Jesus! We all could hit that throw drunk at a bar. What the hell?
I think it's embarrassing to lose to Jeff Saturday as his debut of ever coaching a game in his life, and then to go into overtime against Nathaniel Hackett's Broncos, because both teams are equally just atrocious at that point. But Derek Carr doing what Derek Carr does, which is just making big plays in the 4 quarters. I still think Josh McDaniels is going to suck as a head coach after watching this debacle go on. But shout out to the Raiders, 3-7 as we've predicted. No, we didn't.
I had them being the last team in the wild card. Great. DJ.
Yeah, the kitchen's on fire. I'll just leave it at that. The kitchen.
I think Russ burned some.
I think he accidentally fell face first into a pan and took a nap or something because it's not looking good.
I think Sierra pulled her witch voodoo off him. Now he's fucked.
He tried the 2-step and landed right into the garbage disposal and can't get his arm
Ooh, good reference. Kels, what you got?
That's the favorite one.
Since he got caught cheating at 6-0 for the Denver Broncos, he has finally equaled his total number of wins in his career as a head coach.
Wow. I forgot about that cheating scandal. Holy shit, that's like callback.
So if you ignore the 6, he has won as many games now post that 6-0 cheating scandal as he did 6-0.
That's horrifying.
I wonder where he learned that from.
Oh, by the way, he didn't look at the tapes.
Jamarcus Russell also watched film.
They're on a bye week. We don't want to hear about the sushi.
Oh, that's my buddy.
I don't want to hear about the sushi till next week. All right, Cowboys, Vikings. All righty, here we go. This looked like a beatdown from a Viking video game. Like the Cowboys ran roughshod actually over them, like guns versus axes. That's what this looked like to me. This was just horrifying. To the point where I was just like, I shut the game off. I turned on Rick and Morty while I did work around the house.
Yeah, I don't know. This game was just a complete blowout. I think it's just fashionable Kirk Cousins to just go and beat the Bills and then just gets absolutely obliterated by the Dallas Cowboys. You would think they would have gone into that game with a bit more momentum. I feel more bad for my father, who's a big Cowboys fan, was trying to get the game on a stream, and by the time he figured it out, they already cut it to the Steelers-Bengals game. So poor guy went all the way to Fox, Minnesota, to get the game from that local channel, all for it to just be the Bucks and whatever the fuck it was, Bengals and Steelers. So nice way for Dallas to answer back.
Yo, she ain't wrong though. Listen, the secret to beating Kirk Cousins in the playoffs, guys, play him at 4, 3, 8, 5. It don't matter. Anything that's not 1 p.m., you're good.
Anything that's not the Big 12 big noon kickoff, you're good.
Yo, this week Ohio State, Michigan gonna be that money.
Stupidest time for it. No, I don't want to talk about. We're gonna talk about that later. No, we're gonna get to that one later.
All right. Speaking of the game of kick to, Bengals Steelers.
Oh wow.
The only thing entertaining about this game, we all knew what was gonna.
Just skipped over me and Kelsey's
gonna skip over.
Yeah, no, you guys don't. No, I'm just kidding. You guys don't count. All right, DJ, go.
Cowboys pass rush is legit. Kirk is who we thought he was. Justin Jefferson in the losses, 90 yards. In the wins, north of 1,000. So you slow him down, the Vikings are cooked.
Yeah, well, week 2 we figured that out. Kelsey,
worse now.
Cowboys get you excited for 1 week just to disappoint you during Thanksgiving. So it's
you need a hug, buddy.
Dude, it's gonna be. They're gonna lose to the Giants on Thanksgiving. I'm gonna sit here and be crying into my stuff.
I put money on the Cowboys.
Oh, the Giants are winning now, though.
You have time to change your bet, sir.
I may. I haven't locked them in yet. All right. Next up, Bengals Steelers, the game that Mike Burlon complained should have been on Sunday Night Football instead of the freaking Chargers and Chiefs. Mike, you're an idiot. I love you, but no, nobody cares about your South Ohio bullshit.
You talk about Cincinnati, the best city in Kentucky.
Exactly. Just ask anybody not from the Cincinnati area. Cincinnati does not actually count as Ohio.
Dog, their airport is in Kentucky. I just learned this.
Wait, so that's right. My dad does a lot of business in Cincinnati for his job. He flies into their airport. It says he's in Kentucky. He never figured this shit out until sometime there. Also, by the way, great bourbon distilleries all around the airport. Good to know.
I wonder why.
All right.
Bourbon?
With that being said, the Steelers are still booty cheeks. George Pickens is the real deal. Bengals are a mid-playoff team.
Yeah, Bengals are not what I think we all thought they were going to be this year. I thought they were going to run away with that division. My last half sentence of this game is that Mike Tomlin is going to have his first under 500 season of his career.
Well, I mean, it's almost locked in unless the NFL rigs some
I know, but I'm saying all those 15, 16 seasons with the Steelers, he's never had an under 500 record, which is amazing. But this is going to be the first year.
Yeah. Najee Harris is the slowest open field runner I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Nobody ever said he was fast. That's all I gotta say.
Unless you talk to Kevin or Cruz.
Nobody with a brain that didn't go to Bama.
Thank you. All right, DJ, go.
Let's see. Joe Burrow's legit. Zach Taylor's terrible. And when Jamar Chase comes back, they'll be scary, but not necessarily a Super Bowl contender.
Like I said, mid.
Playoff team mid above everybody else.
Yeah, Kels.
This is the ultimate mid-off. No, sorry, DJ. Whatever you said earlier was the ultimate mid-off. You're wrong. This is the ultimate mid-off. And only time good things happen is if Jamar Chase is on the field, and then on the other side, give the ball to Pickens, and that's your only job. Like, your job is just to get the ball to Pickens and Harris. That's it.
Fair. Anybody have any other comments? Because we talked enough about the last night's game between the Chargers and the Chiefs. Anybody got a quick comment? Or are we all good here?
Nah,
Justin Watson let me down.
Chiefs are who we all.
Yeah, the
Chiefs are who
Chargers.
we thought they were.
Chargers choke harder than the Knicks in the Garden.
Justin Watson needed 2 touchdowns, and I would have won money.
You should have started DeAndre Carter or Josh Palmer.
He was 20 plus 26,000 odds for him to score 2 touchdowns in the game. You know what? The last game he scored 2 touchdowns? Week 2 against the Chargers.
There you go. All right, moving on. We're talking a little World Cup action. Quick before we get into our 6-pack. 3 games occurred today. It was honestly fun. I'm not going to lie. I generally enjoyed this game. Not going to lie. It was the Senegal-Netherlands game was a lot of defense. England-Iran was just basically a beatdown for the memes. And USA Wales was just
Is it a
a
draw?
lot of shots on goal. That's all it was. And a lot of bullshit fucking penalties. Leave the FIFA to be sketchy.
Look, we'll start with England. This is what happens when a World Cup is played in the winter, when England is in their middle of their season, and you have some of the world's best players on the attacking front 3 in their literally prime conditioning at this point in time, and going up against Iran, who's the last time anybody on their team had played a game, not that started, I should say. The last time anyone played a game was in October when their MLS or Dutch seasons ended. So, yeah, that was an awful game. Shout out to Cody Gakpo. He was my guy. That's my breakout tournament player of the year for the Netherlands. He scored the goal for the Netherlands. And then if you had told me before the game the U.S. gets away with a draw, I'm A-okay with that. But after watching the game, pissed. Absolutely
Also,
angry.
by the way, McCarthy's right. Lots of man buns. Fuck Gareth Bale. That was a dirty shot on Pulisic. I will say this, though. All I need was a Pulisic goal, and I would have hit my parlay for like $150 on a $1 bet. Because what's the kid who scored the first goal? Tim, what's his name? Wheela, whatever the fuck his name is.
His dad is only one of the greatest soccer players to ever play in the '90s.
Yeah, either way, I had him hit a goal, and then I had Gareth Bale hitting a goal. All I need is Pulisic hitting one, and I would have won like $130. I was so fucking mad.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to any of you guys. I don't know the first thing with soccer. I've been enjoying pronouncing Wales as Wales, like the rapper, and very disappointed in Senegal. And like I said last week, do not sleep on Antarctica. They're coming for the title.
Matt giving the realist takes.
I want to see who makes up that Antarctic team because 26 countries own rights to the Antarctica. So
I propose the entire Belly Up staff just made a team. We just represent them. What else are they gonna do?
Can I coach? I don't want to do anything else that would get me on the field with those guys. I'm not running that much. I'm sorry. I'll just be the coach.
Kelsey, you can play goalie.
I did that in high school, and I don't want to go back to doing that again. I don't want to try to stop the shot that Gareth Bale hits at me. That's not going to happen. I'll let somebody else get broken fingers for that.
I just saw Coop's comment. I love green bean casserole. I don't know if that's bad to admit, but I just saw that one.
That's from the vintage Florida man himself. So I mean, that man basically all of the flame tattoos on his forearms is the definition of Florida man. So I saw a video today of a Florida man running through the Everglades at 3 a.m. eating the cheesecake in his underwear.
Well, that sounds
Ladies and
That
gentlemen,
was that person chasing butterflies.
I think it might have been our own Jason Cooper of TSS Fantasy. We're not sure, not confirmed yet.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
I couldn't chase butterflies in the Everglades, that's for sure.
Oh my god. All right, anything else in the World Cup before we bounce back to the main event, the meat of the sandwich, the six-pack?
Ooh, tomorrow's the first day of 4 games a day. I'll be up at 5 a.m. Not that I wouldn't already be up, but I'll be up at 5 a.m. to watch soccer.
Go Poland!
That game's not until 2. You got time to sleep in.
I know I do, and the worst part is like we're playing the Saudis, who are just dirty and pay everyone off anyway. Dirty is in the corrupt, not anything like offensive. They're corrupt.
No, Qatar is corrupt. Qatar.
Oh, Saudi Arabia? Are you fucking kidding me?
No, Saudi Arabia did not. They voted for the U.S. to have the World Cup.
True. Okay, never mind. They're not.
They're the only non-corrupt nation in
They're
FIFA.
just
At this
fucking my wallet with these gas prices.
That's not them. That's us.
That's OPEC, motherfucker. We're not getting political in this bitch. Alrighty.
Kevin.
No, do not ever compare me to Kevin's politics. That is night and day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's a time for that amazing time of the show where we throw not only a nod to one of our oldest sponsors, but one of our best sponsors. You know what? If you need a good pair of sunglasses, Yeats Official's got your back. Not only are they polarized, stylish, they have multiple styles, like fitting every occasion. They're also Jared proof, and not even like they're Kevin's dog proof. I'm not even kidding. I found this out a couple weeks ago. Kevin's dog tried to chew through a pair of these. So here we go. He's official sponsor of the Korner Booth podcast and official sponsor of the six-pack. If you want to look as badass and stylish as me, go to eatsofficial.com, promo code Korner Booth, 10% off. They're one of our oldest and most loyal sponsors. We love them dearly. They're out of Florida, so they fit in with whole Jason's theme there. And they're good there. But yeah, cornerbooth.com, promo code Korner. Why am I in high-low sports right now? This is odd. Go back to the comments. Apparently, everything's getting screwed up. Jared, can you eat your Yates? Yeah, bet. Hold on.
The only way that anybody could look fly is as long as you don't say that while you're wearing an Eagles hat.
Fair enough. All right, gentlemen, without further ado, it's time to crack a six-pack. Kicking it off, we're going to the Thanksgiving games. Buffalo at Detroit. 9.5-point dogs at home. Sounds about par for the course for the Lions on Thanksgiving. Is anybody actually picking the Bills here? Not picking the Bills. Sorry.
Oh, not picking the Bills? I'll put my hand back down.
Yeah, you said it, and I was like very confused. I was like, "What do you mean? We're not all picking the Lions." I think they'll cover the spread. I don't think they're gonna win though.
It'll be like 35-31 or something stupid because Detroit puts up immense amounts of points at home, but forgets to play defense.
Hang on, I gotta check my new favorite betting app for my stats here. I'll let you know what the trend is for the Lions against the spread. You know what? It's not loading. Forget it. They don't want to get any promo time. Forget it. Yeah, who cares? It's the Bills.
Yeah. I think it'll be one of those games where maybe they'll win by like 6 or 7 points, but it's still going to be the Bills, just because I know the Lions are capable of putting up at least 30 points.
Just random ass bombs that just cover the spread.
Bills are going to put up a fight. Like, it's going to be down to the last possession, and it's going to be like a Josh Allen torpedo across the field, hitting Davis or Diggs in stride for a touchdown.
Or it's picked off by Okuda.
And then he fumbles it under.
8 out of the last 10 games, Detroit has covered the spread. And 4 out of the last 10, Buffalo has covered.
Here on the Korner Booth, we bet money lines, obviously. But if you're doing spreads, take the Lions.
Yeah. you're going money lines, Detroit's 3 of 10. So yeah.
That's the same reason. I've won all 3 of those, by the way. I'm 3-2 betting on the Lions this year.
Who'd have thought the Lions were your ace in the hole?
Actually, no. Technically, that would be my
I'm 3
Philadelphia
and 3 on the
Eagles
Lions.
and the Texas Christian Horned Frogs are my 2 aces in the hole this year betting.
In Dugan, you trust.
Damn straight. Alrighty, going up to the 3 o'clock game. Giants at Cowboys and NFC East showdown. I wanted to pick the Cowboys all week. I want the Cowboys. But rooting for the Cowboys hurts my soul. I feel like if I root for the Cowboys,
too.
I'm fucked as an
Me
Eagles
too.
fan in my eternal. I'm going
Not
to
because of
Eagles
that reason.
Packers on Sunday night. I am not looking forward to admitting to Eagles fans that I am picking the fucking Cowboys. Here's the problem with the Dallas Cowboys. I think Kelsey, aren't they like 3-4 in their last 4 games on Thanksgiving? I believe so.
Yes.
3 and
Yeah,
4.
they have a
Yeah.
losing record in the last 7.
Yeah. That being said, I do not trust either fucking team, so it's going to come down to how ballsy do I want to be this week. You know what? Fuck it. I'm 3-0 betting against the damn Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Give me the fucking Giants -8 as my upset pick. We're doing this. Big Blue, for once you have my support.
I am not gonna go down that trend. I'm gonna take the Cowboys. I love the Giants. I think they're fighting really hard this season. Their receivers away from being a great offensive team, in my opinion. They got the line is getting better. They got the running back. Daniel Jones is good enough to win the games, but he's not the franchise, in my opinion. But you lose Wan'Dale Robinson, he tore his ACL, and now you also have Adoree Jackson that's going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks. And you got the Cowboys defense that is just electric with Micah Parsons and everything. So I'm going to take the Cowboys with this one.
There you go.
Go
DJ.
ahead, Kelsey. This one's all you, Kelsey.
No, I'll go last. I'll go
Okay.
last.
Give me the Giants. The Cowboys coming off a big win, short week. Jerry Jones talking about Super Bowl, setting up for a letdown, similar to the Vikings coming off the Bills game. Big win, set up for a letdown. So give me the Giants in a hideous game, a heinous game. One that makes Kelsey probably have a heart attack.
No,
Yeah,
not
I'm
this
gonna
point.
do a physical and mental health check on Kelsey mid-Thanksgiving.
It's probably not a good idea. Anyways, I'm gonna go Giants here. Not only winning, I'm gonna have them covering the money line because they're 8 out of 10 in the last 10 games covering the money line. But on top of that, I'm also gonna hammer the under right now, sitting at 44.5, because both teams are 8 and 10 in the last 10 games on the under. So there you go. You want a full breakdown of this one? And then there will be Kelsey tears, just not on TV.
Okay, I'm not gonna ask to drink those tears, but can I have them saved for posterity?
No, because there's going to be more coming on Saturday when I have to watch the Auburn-Alabama game.
I mean, that's expected. That shouldn't be.
No,
like,
that's not expected. I don't care who you are. No, it's not. We hate Bama
Listen,
everywhere.
my team just got railroaded by fucking Clemson. Okay, I have no ground to stand on.
But no, let me ask you this: do you like Bama? The simple answer should be no.
Wait, do I like
Don't
them
think
as
about
in
this.
like them for betting, or like them as I root for them?
No, we're not talking about betting. This is just, do you like Bama?
Oh no, I only root for them because of how many friends I have that go there.
So no. Anybody in here like Bama? Because if you like Bama, yeah, see, exactly. Bama hate is everywhere. This is Bama hate week nationally.
Even if somebody
So-
wanted to say yes, you ran those sentences so close together.
Ironic, I just had a Bama fan text me about something, completely forgetting that I was on a show. What up, Kev?
Is it Kevin?
Yes, of course. Kevin's stuck at the poor bastard's stuck at a town meeting. I will say this though about this Dallas Cowboys game is that it is going to be just fucking ugly. I bring you back to the Brandon Marshall Dolphins game of 5 years ago.
Oh, Lord.
Honestly, the only chance the Cowboys have of winning this game is if they learn that Tony Pollard is their number one running back and Zeke is a goal line back. If that's
See,
something that
I've
they
been
finally
saying
learn,
this
then the
for
Cowboys
20
actually can win a
years.
game.
But I love the fact that what the problem is the only team that Tony Pollard's bad against, the only team that Zeke is good against, is Philadelphia. Pollard is ass against us, where Zeke kills us. It's hysterical. I can't figure it out.
Same with the
But Tony
Steelers.
Pollard averages like a fumble a game against us and is basically fucking useless. But Zeke grinds us to freaking meat shavings. So I don't know. Patriots, Vikings, the Marcus Clem Bowl. Yes, those are my dad's two favorite teams. So this is why it's hysterical. The big man has not told me who he's picking yet. I will ask him after the game and I'll post it live on Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving Thursday. I can't pick against my old man's team here. Listen, they got embarrassed on Sunday afternoon, and I don't care how good Belichick is. They're in the dome. They can just hand the ball off to Dalvin Cook for fucking 40 carries, and Madison is a backup. I don't care if it's prime time. Kirk's got to buck the trend. Yes, Beth. Skull. Mug up. This is actual Oxhorn. It actually worked great with my Viking costume that I had this year.
Yeah, there's no way that I'm going to be picking the Patriots after last week and any other week for me. But also, I think the Vikings are going to win this game. I think they've got just the better offense, the better defense as a whole right now. And like Jared said, I think Dalvin Cook just has to run it down their throats, and then Kirk Cousins just has to get the ball to Justin Jefferson, and everything will be just dandy in Minnesota. So give me the Vikings.
Fuck yeah. All righty.
Take the Vikings, but I won't like it. It's gonna be bad. I think it's gonna be a mid off because Belichick's gonna take away Jefferson and Kirk's gonna be spinning in circles. But eventually Madison, Cook, and them will save the day. And the fact that the Patriots offense still has Matt Patricia and Joe Judge at coordinators.
Yeah, if you're gonna tell me Bailey Zappi's about to play 3.5 quarters out of this game, then I'm gonna take the Patriots. But that's not the case, so I'm taking the Vikings on this one because that's the only chance the Patriots have is Bailey Zappi season.
All right, fair enough. Switch to the college ball now. We're going to the big game on Saturday. I fucking love this game. I hate both teams, and I fucking love this game. Every damn year, I look forward to it. Last year, we watched Aiden Hutchinson turn into a national star with, 3.5 sacks against Ohio State. David Ajabu played like a fucking monster. When the Eagles couldn't scoop him in the second round, I was the saddest person of all time. But, Cam Jurgens ain't that bad either. It just sucks Nakobe Dean has to sit behind TJ Edwards, who's having a Pro Bowl season. But that's a whole nother ballgame. Michigan did not look good against Iowa. Illinois. Wrong eye. I said this. Matt, I took Michigan as my gimme last week. I was sweating the entire afternoon. I'm not trying to lose back-to-back gimmies like Matt did earlier in the season. I will say this. I think Ohio State is going to kick the piss out of Michigan. I would love for Michigan to win. I will root for Michigan. Here's the problem. CJ Stroud is the best quarterback prospect in the country, in my opinion. And I just trust him over Bryce when it comes to pro prospecting stuff.
Ohio State quarterback?
I know, but listen, everyone thought Alabama quarterbacks were booty cheeks in the NFL until Hurts and Tua came in. So
CJ Stroud's not that dude. He is not a Jalen Hurts.
All right, you know what? I'll pick last. Okay, fuck it, Mac Jones.
No, we already know your pick. You just already.
I haven't set my bet yet.
I'm going for Ohio State.
I haven't set my bet yet. I'm thinking about it.
I am also going to be going with Ohio State. You got the number 3 and the number 2 ranked team, but both of them are 11-0. And that's not a matchup we've seen between the two since 2006 that they've been undefeated playing each other. Michigan might have a healthy Blake Corum for the game, but then you got Ohio State, who's got the 13th best defense against the run. Offense for Ohio State usually jumps off to big leads pretty early, which means I think that the Michigan's going to wind up having to abandon the run. And if it's a shootout, I'm going to go with CJ Stroud. So give me Ohio State.
DJ.
If Blake Corum is playing and is somehow healthy, I think it's close, and I think they cover the 8.5 points. But I'm still skeptical after watching that knee nearly explode just a few days ago. And I think after last year, and Ryan Day saying he's going to try and drop 100 on Michigan last year and failing, I think they're going to try and drop 60 this year. So I think he's going to try and go for that 100 this year. So give me Ohio State, especially if if Jackson Smith and Jigba plays, then they're going for 60.
Even 50, right?
Who's going to
So-
cover Marvin Harrison Jr. on that Michigan team?
That boy is a freak.
And they don't have David Ajabu or Aiden Hutchinson rushing, so CJ Stroud's going to be chilling, just throwing laser beams.
So it's going to be raining a lot and cold in Columbus. So not going to be a whole lot of passing going on in this one. Now I say that, but I'm also including the 8-mile-per-hour to 10-mile-per-hour winds with up towards 20-mile-per-hour gusts. And we saw last time that Ohio State played in bad weather with bad wind. They barely beat Northwestern. Granted, those were much different wind situations. Still ugly, still not great. Michigan, as long as Blake Corum's involved in the game, I think has an opportunity here. If Blake Corum is healthy, I'm going Michigan. But since he's probably not going to be healthy and playing full game, I got to go, unfortunately, with those ugly Buckeyes down south. Literally, they're named after a tree now.
Damn, Matt. You did, Matt. We had rough weeks last week.
Oh yeah.
I just, by the way, for anyone checking in last week, Matt had 2 picks right last week. I had 4. Not a great week for the boys. All right.
It's okay.
Moving
we all
on.
had those bad weeks.
We have the Civil War. Now, this game has always been fun. I actually look forward
Something
to this
doesn't
game
look right
every
there.
year. Okay, you know
No,
what?
I think
listen,
they're-
actually, unlike Auburn, they're both actually ranked.
I think Oregon State's 23.
Yeah, I know.
Are you
It's,
sure they're both 12?
yeah, no, okay. I wrote this at freaking like 12 o'clock last night. We'll do this afterward. We'll go to Notre Dame USC first.
Why are you doing this?
Why am I doing this?
Don't let
Because I
a
love
Cowboys fan
anarchy.
influence it. You're letting a
I love
Cowboys fan
anarchy,
influence
Kelsey. Kelsey, pick first.
it. Notre Dame USC. This late in the season, it's being played in USC. It's always going to be a USC game. They do not play Notre Dame at Notre Dame ever this late in the season because USC is afraid of snow. So they're going to play in nice, cool, sunny California, and they'll win the game.
Beth's got the Irish and the Ducks, apparently. I have the Trojans. Listen, I watched the Irish play their most amazing game they've played probably in years. Marcus Freeman had his swan song against Clemson. That was claim to fame. Caleb Williams and Lincoln Riley are a whole new animal. They might light them up. I love USC here. So,
Yeah, I'm also taking USC. Piggybacking, what the hell did I just say? Piggybacking off of what Kelsey was saying, you got USC at home. I think Dame can cover the spread, but ultimately I'm taking USC, and I think they're going to walk out with that win.
Give me USC. Caleb Williams can make a strong case for the Heisman, but USC will still let us down thinking that we can get a Pac-12 team in the playoff. In the Pac-12 championship game, they'll let us down, but it's not this week.
You know, fun fact about Notre Dame covering the spread, 10 out of 10 in the last 10 games.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty
You
impressive.
can count on that. You can't count on them beating USC this week, but you can count on them getting the spread.
By the way, USC gets the Golden Shillelagh if they win. I just have to throw it out there. Greatest name of a trophy in all of college football.
love that. Oh, by the way, I never announced my Ohio State pick. I'm picking Ohio State.
No duh. We knew that.
Breaking news per source from Kelsey that you were picking Ohio State.
Kelsey also has been able to read my mind. You just won't tell anybody about it.
You are an Eagles fan. It's not too hard.
Shut up.
How
All right,
can I be
back-
a bandwagoner 101?
How am I a bandwagoner? I've been a fan since like 2000. When they were like, I've watched them not make the playoffs a lot.
I don't know. I was just making fun of you. It's just too
All right.
fun.
Fair enough. Listen, you pick your misery. It's not my fault. Not my fault. Listen, Oregon State. It's only 3.5 for Oregon on the road right now.
Should be.
I can't even remember what town they fucking play in over in. It's
Corvallis.
Beaverton, right? Oh, Corvallis. Yeah, never mind.
Corvallis is Oregon State and Eugene is Oregon.
Yeah. Well, they're playing in Corvallis. Bo Nix is questionable, right? Or is he playing? He's playing.
He's going to play.
He's gonna play. He played last week, so give me Oregon like slightly. Like I'm like handing my betting slip in. Give me Oregon slightly.
I'm going to go with the upset and take Oregon State over Oregon. And my reason is solely because when I bet on Bo Nix, I lose. But when I bet against him, I win. So I am taking Oregon State solely for that and see if that trend continues.
When I bet on Bo Nix, I lose. I've heard that song and dance many of times. I'm going to say Oregon because this is not a really big game for them, and they only really lose the big games that they should be winning when there's something on the line. For this one, I think they'll take care of Oregon State because they're not really in the Pac-12 championship.
Oh, Matt, we both get gimmies this week. We both had upset picks. I love it.
Nice.
All right.
I'm going to go ahead and just round this one out and say Oregon. And this is kind of like Oklahoma State as a rivalry game. Its statistics are well in Oregon's favor recently. Let's just call it as it is. Although, with that said, look out for Rajon Wright to get a pick in this game against Bo Nix.
There you go. All right. By the way, we're actually having a hockey fight in the middle of our comment section right now. We got Ryan McCarthy going at it against Beth. And we'll never lose again, apparently. So if that happened, I know, McCarthy, the serious question is, will the NJ Devils, like most of New Jersey, just fold under the heavy taxes and shitty government? I don't know.
And shitty quarterback play.
Heyo.
I was just going to figure they were going to join the Kyrie Irving train.
All righty, moving on. We've got more NFL action. We are Commanders. Taking on the Dirty Birds in freaking FedEx Field, the shit box that it is. The line's only -3 at home, which basically means this game's a push. How are we feeling, gents?
I like the Commanders in this one. I'm going with the Commanders with this one.
No, that's not allowed.
I like Heineke. Heineke's rolling. He's got this team in a nice groove. They're finally over 500. They've washed themselves clean of that Carson Wentz curse going on. And I think maybe they need to just start to see what they can build around Heineke. But give me the Commanders versus the Falcons, who just lost Kyle Pitts for the year.
Give me the Commanders. Sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
You're good. You're a guest. Go.
Give me the Falcons. I think the Commanders eventually will slow down a little bit. And I think now that Kyle Pitts is hurt, they won't feel obligated to ignore him anymore. So they'll actually get to play their normal offense instead of going out of the way to ignore Kyle Pitts. So we'll see. So give me the Falcons in a close one. The division's still on the line.
Kels.
Olamide Zacchaeus. Learn the name. Pick him up on your waiver wire, ladies and gentlemen. He is #1 receiver for the Falcons this week. We'll get you 2 touchdowns. Commanders are going to lose at home because FedEx Field is a trash heap. And Atlanta knows all about trash. So they will be able to take that trash out very well.
Start your Drake London, start your Cordero Patterson, start your Mariotas. Ladies and gentlemen, I am taking the damn Atlanta Falcons here. One, they're a road team, which makes me even more confident. Two, the Heineke hype train is getting way too hot for the Commanders not to fuck this up. Kelsey and me are both NFC East fans. We know how the Commanders roll. Just as they start becoming a lovable team, a lovable underdog, they find a way to shoot themselves in the foot. It's the way of the world. And I am seeing a AJ Tyrell pick 6 of Taylor Heineke late in the game in my future. So give me the Falcons.
As long as it stays under 42? Yeah, 42.5. If it stays, if it goes over, watch out, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo. No,
we're not.
His career's been dead
it's
since he got drafted by
JDF right now.
Yeah, right. His career has been dead since he got drafted by the Falcons, but because Arthur Smith just hates tight ends, but
just weird because you got Johnny Smith with like 10 touchdowns, and then you get Kyle freaking Pitts, and you turn him into a glorified fullback.
Basically. All right. Bengals Titans. Honestly, this might be the best game of the weekend. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually kind of excited for this. You have DJ, self-described best coach in the NFL, Mike. I may smoke about 15 cigarettes and then punch Derrick Henry in the chest, Rabel, versus literally Zach Taylor saying, hey, I got handed the keys to a Lamborghini, and I'm just trying not to crash it. He's the Larry Coker of NFL head coaches. Kelsey will get that reference.
It's bad. It's not a good
It's not
reference.
great.
Everybody's
As a
like,
Miami fan, the fact that I just made that joke's even worse.
the fact Miami hired him was even worse.
Listen, no, that was Ed Reed and the boys telling him, do not bring in Barry Alvarez, which honestly would have fucked us either way. I will say this. Give me the Titans at home. Derrick Henry and the boys running the football. That defense is looking better and better. And the biggest key is they won't have Jamar Chase this week. It's a lot easier to cover the passing attack of the Bengals when your most dangerous speed threat is Tyler Boyd. So the Titans have been okay at shutting down running backs. Listen, nobody's ever going to give up more touchdowns to the freaking Bengals than the freaking Lions did. We're not going to talk about that. But that being said, I got the Titans here. I think Derrick Henry's going to play a lot of good run control. We don't have to worry about the Malik Willis experiment and how that was just fucking horrifying. And, yeah, give me the Titans here.
Yeah, I'm also taking the Titans. Titans to me are like my most surprising team of the year because I've just watched this team just lose players and they just continue to win. And I think Mike Vrabel is one of the most underrated coaches in the league right now. Should be a candidate, in my opinion, for Coach of the Year if they can make the playoffs and win the division at this rate. But give me the Titans over the Bengals. No Jamar Chase, and you're just seeing kind of a difference in how this team floats without him. But give me the Titans in this one.
They don't have much competition in that division, let's be honest.
Yeah,
So
sure.
that's a terrible division.
Says
You
the
know-
man in the division.
Oh, I've seen it firsthand. That division is terrible. It makes FedEx Field look like a palace. I'm going to actually take the Bengals in this one just because the Titans, for the great coach and great defense they have, they still struggle to score consistently. And the second half Bengals defense has been the best in the league all year in the second half. So if you give Joe Burrow that many opportunities, I think he'll find a way to craft it out. But that's if he doesn't get hurt in that first half. So they're going to hit the heck out of him. He's going to get hit a whole bunch in that first half.
Fair enough.
Fun fact about Jamar Chase, he is practicing all week and will be a game-time decision. So it's a potential that he will play. Joe Mixon entering concussion protocol as well, so that's a questionable situation.
He's going to play.
He's probably not going to be playing, but that means it's Samaje Perine time, which means we get to watch two running backs that just absolutely love to kill the opposing defenses, and it's going to be so much fun. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to go with Derrick Henry and his no longer braided braid, and the Tennessee Titans as the winners here.
You finally did the braid?
He's evidently he had it undone all season, which is my explanation for why he was so bad at the beginning of the season.
Fair. Last but not least, I will be at this game in person. I thought this was more entertaining than the Browns versus the Buccaneers. I thought that game was gonna be fucking booty cheeks.
Yeah, I can get tickets to that game for $20. So yeah,
Yeah.
booty cheeks.
Packers Eagles Sunday Night Football at the link. Aaron Rodgers coming off a loss. Last hope for Rodgers to keep the playoff hopes alive. Eagles coming off of a very sketchy win over the Indianapolis Colts. I'm going to lead it off. I'm taking the damn Eagles. Listen, big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. You got to beat Aaron Rodgers. Jalen Hurts' first game as an Eagle, getting more, like, as an actual, not starting quarterback, like, getting most of the snaps was against the Packers. He got his ass kicked. I think this is the perfect full circle, back around, time to kind of take his mantle and really alleviate us of the Carson Wentz era. Yes, Beth, thank you. I will be there in attendance with my boy, Mr. Maserati, and our whole friends. We will be there, and I will be staying 3 nights in Philadelphia, and I'm actually kind of excited. So it can be a good time. But, Matt, how you feeling about this game?
Give me the Eagles. You got two really good defenses going up against each other this week. The Packers just aren't it this year. I mean, Christian Watson is looking nice this last couple of weeks, and he could even have a nice big game this week. It's just not going to be enough, I think, to beat the Eagles in this one. I think the Eagles were humbled with a loss, and they came back and had a nice little comeback victory against Colts. So I'm thinking that momentum is just going to carry. This is the one game of the schedule I thought was going to give them the most trouble, which is Aaron Rodgers coming into town. But I think after everything, I think the Eagles are going to take this one.
Fair.
I'm just going to pick not the Packers. It doesn't matter who they play at this point. I don't feel comfortable picking them because they are checked out. That defense is shaky at best, and I bet they wish they'd have taken Jacoby Dean instead of the other Georgia linebacker in the first round. Then maybe he wouldn't be running so far out of the way all the time. So give me the Eagles comfortably because why would anyone pick the Packers at this point with what we've seen?
It sucks I have to see N'Kobe Dean play only special teams because TJ Edwards and Kazir Wood are actually having great seasons, so which really is unfortunate. But Kels, who you got tonight? On Sunday night.
Again, can I push this decision? I don't want to like talk positive about one of these teams or the other team.
Just say the Eagles because the Packers suck worse.
I will say this: the Eagles because that the Packers forgot they have running backs that are really good and they don't know how to hand them off the ball and control the game. Because Aaron Rodgers again is the new coming of Jay Cutler. If you don't know what I mean by that, go watch our show. You'll figure it out.
Oh no, I'm. Are you guys doing another episode Wednesday?
No. Just watch one of our past episodes. You'll hear me talk about Jay Cutler. And
I watched all your past episodes. I just didn't watch last week's because I had something going on.
Well, Kelsey forgot to mention this is from like 2.5 years ago, so like it's not like a recent one.
Oh,
I will tout that every single day of the week that I called this 2.5 years ago. Basically, he goes as far as his attitude will go, and he doesn't look like he wants to play very much.
Fair. I think Rodgers realized he should have like done a 1-year deal and said, "Fuck it, let me see what's on next year."
No, he realized.
Rondale Moore's status has changed from healthy to questionable, so
Oof.
I assume he got hurt.
Yeah,
Which in one league, that sucks because in one league I just need about 5 points to win, and I have Kittle and Rondale Moore, and now Rondale Moore is questionable with negative 0.6 points. So yeah, we'll see how that goes.
All right. For my gimme, I have Tennessee over Vanderbilt.
For my gimme, I've got Georgia over Georgia Tech.
All right. There we go. All right, boys. Time for bonus cans brought to you by the amazing people at CanadaDips.com. Promo code BELLYUP20 for 20% off. Listen, I dipped for about 1.5 years. I was a big Coke Mint guy. I love that shit. I smell it. I get a little like, okay, just nope. Just pack your Canada Dips, you fucking weenie. I will say this though, when it comes to a great alternative, you cannot beat Canada Dips. This company is so well run. I love everything they do. Not only do you get your shit in 3 days, I'm in Connecticut. From California, that's like a 2-day drive. So the fact that I get it in 3 days is fucking amazing. 2, they fucked up one of my orders. They sent me my entire order again for free because they shorted me 1 can. That's the kind of people they're working with. I love their stuff. I love plugging their shit. I've got half my coworkers on this stuff now. Canis.com, promo code BELLYUP20 for 20% off. Love this company. They're great people. Good stuff. They have 1,000 different flavors. I think it's a hot cinnamon flavor, which apparently is really good. So got to order that in my next order. Bonus cans. So that being said, I am looking at DJ's Colts versus the Pittsburgh Steelers on Monday Night Football. That game should be fucking great. I have the Colts winning that because Jeff Saturday is that dude. I just think Nick Sirianni wanted to beat and give Jim Irsay a middle finger for firing Frank Reich, but that's a whole nother ballgame. Another one I have is North Carolina State. That game should be hysterical because one team plays really good defense. One team, all they can do is fucking score points. So something's got to give. And last but not least, South Carolina Clemson. Put Clemson on upset alert because Spencer Rattler and the Gamecocks just were yeeting balls around the yard against Tennessee. And Clemson looked kind of shaky against Miami's backups.
I got 2. I've got college-wise, I'm looking at Tulane versus Cincinnati. I think that's going to be a really good matchup with those 2 games or those 2 teams. And then you move on over to the NFL side. I'm looking at the Cardinals and the Chargers. Mostly because that's the one game where it's not like a 7-3 team versus a 1-8-1 kind of team. But I think it'll be interesting to see if Kyler Murray comes back next week, or just in general to see if the Chargers can get that back on track with them.
By the way, the Washington Falcons line has already shifted a point because of the Kyle Pitts news. It's now to -4. Of course you did, Lou, because he's at Cat. Oh, by the way, if you don't know, actually, I don't know, Lou. I don't even know who you're a fan of anymore because I'm thinking of my boy Brent over at 1420. He's a big Trojans fan, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Out of the Michigan area. I think he just wants. I just think he didn't want to deal with Tennessee and Hendon Hooker in the playoffs. Is what I think. Yeah, shout out, by the way, if you guys left a game out that I think will be pretty good, Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh,
The
yes.
battle for Kentucky there.
The Bourbon Bowl.
Yeah, we'll call it the Bourbon Bowl.
Shout out to Bob Boucher.
And then also Coastal Carolina and James Madison, super underrated game. But
What time's that game on Saturday?
I have no idea. I'm just looking at the. Oh wait, hold on. Yep, it tells me. 12 p.m. Eastern time, Saturday.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'll be watching on
The
way
best
down
time
to
of day.
Philadelphia.
You'll be watching that instead of watching the Michigan game. Because it's the
I'll go
stupidest
back-
time to have a premier game is at noon on a
But I
freaking
like the
Saturday.
tradition of it. I'll be in the fucking car. I don't care anyway. I'll be driving to Philadelphia.
The tradition, they've played at noon, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 8 o'clock in the last 10 years. There is
Fair.
no tradition
Oh,
when it comes to that
okay,
game.
maybe I'm just losing my fucking
Other than they
mind.
walk
I
through
don't know.
one tunnel at both stadiums because they're still idiots.
Fair. All right, any other games y'all love this week for our gamblers out there?
Oh, you want an easy one? Oh, hang on. Let me give you an easy one. South
right.
Alabama over Old Dominion.
Damn, they're really stretching for that money line there. Another one I love is give me the Seahawks alternate money line 6.5 over the Raiders. You're getting at least a plus 110, if not more, because the fact that I told the Raiders secondary is atrocious, and the Seahawks love to sling the rock. The Raiders might lose by 30 next week against the Seahawks. That is like my bold prediction for this weekend.
25. Devontae will randomly get open once to make it a 25 point.
Oh yeah. No, Devontae will score a touchdown. That's like, can we also talk about how the fact that like Devontae quietly is just having a great season with his boy Derek Carr, but Josh McDaniels is so fucking bad as a coach, it doesn't matter.
The entire offense is literally Devontae out there somewhere. It's the exact same thing as with Aaron Rodgers, just without the wins. Like nothing has changed whatsoever.
Horrifying. At least his uniforms look better.
That's true.
Somebody please put money on Auburn to upset.
I will.
At the very least, have them cover the spread because they have
Listen,
covered the spread.
I
8
almost
out of the last
won
10
like
games.
$180 last year because I bet on them when they were down by. They were losing at one point last year, right? I think I put money on them when they were losing, and they came back.
Auburn, yeah. What game are we talking about here? Like
Last year's Iron Bowl.
A lot of games.
Oh,
Last year's Iron Bowl.
Auburn was actually smacking up on him for the most part. So
Yeah, I think I bet Earl. I think I bet the upset pick because I said fuck it. It seems like Alabama's gonna lose this one, and literally I'm sitting there watching
37 seconds. of my
150
nightmares.
bucks sitting in my bank account, ready to rock and roll. And then I watched Auburn not score on 4 fucking plays in a row, and I said, I want to just go up and give Kelsey a hug right now because this is horrifying.
And then 37 seconds of my nightmare followed of Bryce Young just winning a Heisman Trophy and the Iron Bowl at the same time.
It's okay. They didn't win the fucking whole thing. God bless Georgia.
No, that's even worse.
That one still
Nah,
stinks.
I'd rather Georgia and
For
Kirby
you.
Smart and his bowl cut win the damn thing than Nick Saban. All right.
That's for you.
All right. One last thing before we go, ladies and gentlemen. You love hearing my atrocious voice? Great. I've got the thing for you. So, courtesy of our friends at Combat Deviants, they actually reached out to me and asked if I'd like to call an Eagles-Titans game with former Florida Gators tight end Ben Thorpe. So, with that being said, not only are we giving her an autographed jersey of his, we're giving her autographed football cards. Me and Ben will be on the call with Stephen Rochelle of Combat Deviants, December 4th, Eagles-Titans. It should be a good time. Now, hopefully the game is on live TV so I can just have live stream and not the game and live stream on my computer because I don't think my internet connection can hold that. We're going to figure that one out. But there will be giveaways for a jersey, autographed cards, and other things as well. If you do not know, me and Matt will be sharing it the next 2.5 weeks before I go on December 4th for Eagles-Titans. Also, by the way, Jordan Davis will be back for that game, by the way. So you'll have Ndamukong Suh, Linval Joseph, Fletcher Cox, and Jordan Davis all on the same defensive line. Just let that
I don't
sink
care about any of that except for Jordan Davis colliding with Derrick Henry.
I want to see that. We might actually have a nuclear bomb go off if that happens. So the shockwave
That
might
would be
rupture
earthquake.
sensors. I watched
some
Jordan
seismic
Davis
activity on something.
split a triple team in the NFL, and I was like, okay, so this guy was worth a 14th overall pick. All right, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it has been an amazing show. Thank you once again for tuning into the Korner Booth pregame Thanksgiving episode, round 3. Special shout out to our boys, Kelsey and DJ of the High Low Sports Podcast. Live every Wednesday. One of the best shows to listen to. You want to hear these two boys talk more? Where can they find you guys?
Go ahead, Kelsey. You got this one.
Nope. No, I do it all the time. You get
I
this one.
literally do it all the time, but all right too. So you can catch us every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, live on YouTube, Twitter, all that fun stuff. Catch us on your favorite podcast apps the next day. And of course, follow us on all the social medias at High Low Sports, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. You'll find something with one of our goofy faces out there, and come hang out. Tell us we're trash, tell us we're geniuses, and everything in between. Only one of those is the correct answer, but say it at us anyway.
Fair enough.
Trash.
Ooh, no credentials required Thanksgiving special, 9:30 a.m. on Thursday morning.
I'll be tuning in. I might even stop in for a minute if I'm not too hungover.
Ryan, I'm going to
That means he's not
apologize. I will be too hungover at 9:30 a.m. to be awake that early. Well, no, that's actually
Ryan,
not true.
if
My
your
dog will kill me
holiness
if I-
ass will take me on the show, I will hop on if you need a guest.
I'll at least be able to watch the replay of it no matter what.
Either way. There we go. And Beth's dropping your shameless plug. See, if they weren't just friends of the
No,
show,
it's not
I
a
would...
shameless plug. She has no shame. It says so in the commentary.
Fair enough. And of course, you can find us at Korner Booth Pod. Of course, you can find me at Belly Up Jared on Twitter, and Korner Booth Jared, and everything else. You can find Matt at Korner Booth. Matt on everything except Twitter. He's Big Wisp 8 because Matt's not figured out how to switch the Twitter handle yet.
I don't know my password.
Okay, he's on TikTok.
He's a TikTok celebrity. Check out our TikTok channel. Matt fucking kills it. I actually have to post something eventually.
No, it's okay. Your face does not do well on TikTok. Matt's face does great on TikTok.
Last time of Kelsey. DJ, you're always back. Welcome to the show, Kelsey. You're on probation.
Hey, I'm on probation until you need to get the show done, and then you're like, "Hey, Kelsey, I need you on the show."
Well,
All right, I'll be
listen.
there.
So, I was asking people around, and I was like, "Oh,
I said it last
fuck,
week.
I texted both of you guys. I was like, "Oh shit, I have a show tomorrow. I have no guests." I'm like, "Who can I rely on? Who is basically like the AK-47 of guests who I can pick up, and they're always going to fire off correctly?" Oh, DJ and Kelsey, got it.
Yeah, see, like I said it last week during your show while I was not on it from the commentary section. I'm the guy you call when you need to get stuff done.
Exactly.
See,
Listen,
You're
I
doing
offered it
well.
to
It's
Kevin
just
so
because
I'm on
he's been the last
probation
four.
until you need a show.
I offered it to Kevin because he's been in the last 3, but he was like, "Yeah, I can't." And the poor bastard's stuck in a town hall meeting, so I don't feel bad about him. I feel bad about making fun of him. At least to me, when me and Matt were talking about this, I was actually making fun of him. It was more like I was like, kind of sucked. This dude can make it. Whatever. He's kind of too busy for us anyway. But I also love the fact that Beth and McCarthy are sticking with us to the 127 mark. To all those still watching, here is what I'm going to tell you about this contest. We will announce it on Wednesday afternoon to Wednesday night. We will pick a winner. It'll be announced on our Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, everything. And I will email. If you guys are within my area, I will deliver to you hand personally. If you guys are outside my area, obviously, I will send you the code for it, the online code for the gift card. Either way, worst case, I have to fucking mail it to you. It does not matter. We appreciate all you stopping by and supporting the Korner Booth Pod. We hope you have an amazing Thanksgiving. Please drink responsibly, eat as much turkey as you fucking can. That tryptophan is amazing. And watch as much football and sports as possible. And go USA. There you go. And go Poland.
Go USA destroys everything behind him.
Let's go Antarctica.
That's the most American motherfucking thing of all time.
Yes, it gets.
We couldn't have fireworks, so he knocked everything over.
Beth, as much as I'd love to come to Florida, not in the cards right now.
No. She said hand delivered.
Exactly. I'm not going to Florida right now.
Well, that's all right. That's fine. You're driving to Iowa and delivering it here. It's or Ohio. You're delivering it here. Wow, I forgot where we lived at.
With that being in mind, folks, have a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy this Monday Night Football game. We will catch you. This will obviously be available on recording and on stream, obviously on YouTube and on our iTunes and everything and fucking else. Whatever. Enjoy your night. Thank you to the boys from High Low Sports, and peace.